Good morning, OCSL. Please rise and join along with us for our opening song. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of love right now. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing beauty I'm choosing beauty today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing beauty today. I choose compassion today. I choose compassion today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I choose compassion today. I'm choosing grace today. I'm choosing grace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing grace today. I'm choosing life today. I'm choosing life today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing life today. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing joy today. I choose abundance today. I choose abundance today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I choose abundance today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today.
Good morning. It is great to see you all here on this lovely spring day. Speaking of choosing, we know you have a choice when you fly, so thank you for flying OCSL Airlines. How about our wonderful musicians? We've got the fierce Deb Santa Maria and the Sounds of Joy, who are Terry Stanley, Deborah Tisdale, Martha Mangle, and Cassandra Arnold. Yeah. And let's give some love to our entire audiovisual team. Welcome, welcome to the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, where we teach spiritual principles and practices within this beloved community that nourish us, uplift us, and celebrate our oneness with all of life. A special welcome to those of you who are joining us for the very first time. We're so glad you're here in the sanctuary with us. If there's any first-timers, if you wouldn't mind raising your hand, any first-timers, and we'll bring you a welcome packet. Also, a big welcome to everyone who is joining us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. We see you out there in virtual land. Make sure you sign up for our weekly newsletter so you can learn about all the fun things we have to offer here at the Oakland Center. We respectfully acknowledge that here in the Bay Area, we gather on the traditional land of the indigenous Ohlone people. We honor with gratitude the land itself and the people who have stewarded these lands for countless generations. It is our custom in this village to bless our children, who are a blessing to us. Many of them are over in the education building. Please join me in saying, we bless all the children in our community and the world. We love you, we see you, we know the truth of who you are. You are unique expressions of God, and we are grateful to have you in our lives. And so it is. Today is our monthly community potluck, Bring a Friend Day, and birthday blessings. which we have today and every fourth Sunday after service. If there's any May birthdays in the house, would you please stand? We're gonna serenade you. May birthdays, woo! Look at that. Day to you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you. Wonderful. And if you're interested in participating and helping out with the community potluck, the person to contact is Deborah Jackson at deborah@oaklandcsl.org for more information. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, a federal holiday in the U.S. honoring and mourning the U.S. military personnel who died while serving in the armed forces, and we honor them. Please note the OCSL administrative offices will be closed in observance of the holiday. Join us for our Wednesday midweek of Oasis virtual services coming Wednesday, May 27th from 6:30 to 7:30. The focus will be visioning together. Visit oaklandcsl.org, the service page, to find the Zoom link. Next Saturday, May 30th, we have a special workshop on the Enneagram facilitated by Reverend Melissa Philippe and Reverend Z. Egloff. It's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come learn about yours and others' personality types, and they are just a blast, the two of them. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be there. You should be there too. Tickets are $55. Register at oaklandcsl.org on the events page, and I believe it's bring your own lunch. Is that right? Yes. Bring your own lunch. The Women's Spiritual Empowerment Group's final gathering for this current series will be next Sunday, May 31st. Again, look at our website for more information. There will be 2 opportunities in 2026 to become a member of Oakland CSL, and how could you not want to do that? Our next Pathways to Membership sessions will be held on Saturday, June 6th, and then again on November 7th. It's a 3-hour quick start class, each of those dates from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by a virtual orientation. Mark your calendars, and please let us know if you will attend by signing the list that's out in the foyer on the welcome table. The Quick Start class and the orientation are required for membership. You know it's coming. See, you already knew what it was. On June 19th, 20th, and 21st, we will have the rummage sale of abundance. Start organizing your gently used and desirable secondhand items to donate to this fundraiser. We'll let you know when to bring in the donations as the date gets closer. Let me repeat that. We'll let you know when to bring in donations. Can you tell we've been getting a few questions about this? We need volunteers before, during, and after the event. Contact project lead Tricia Gregoire. Is her email up there? colordame510@gmail.com. Or the volunteer coordinators, myself or Nancy Hester, and we can direct you to the right place. Come join. It's going to be a cosmic event. We're seeking 1 to 3 people to hire for the part-time contract facilities use coordinator, to be in a pool of coordinators with oversight of specific scheduled events here at OCSL. Candidates need to have some flexibility in their schedules, some event coordination experience, customer service experience, and friendly, great communication skills, problem solving, adaptability, attention to detail, creativity, not much. We know the perfect people are out there. If this sounds interesting to you, please contact Reverend Sunshine at revsunshine@oaklandcsl.org or Susan Brecker at sbrecker@oaklandcsl.org as soon as possible. Please share your gently used Signs of Mine magazines with us for our visitor packets. You can put them in the labeled box that's near the front table out in the foyer. Foyer? Am I French? Foyer? Thank you for sharing. Our nonprofit partner for May and June is the East Oakland Collective, a resource center for the East Oakland community that partners with the recycling group Ridwell to increase racial and economic equity through civic engagement and empowerment, homeless services, job solutions, food distribution and supply, and wellness recovery, to drive the change we want to see to make this a better world. Learn more about them or support their efforts by visiting www.eastoaklandcollective.org. We also have a barrel in the lobby of the social hall to collect urgently requested supplies. The list of supplies is on the front of the barrel. All donated items should be new or gently used where appropriate, clean and in usable condition. Your generosity through supplies, financial support, or sharing this information makes a meaningful difference. Visit the Spirit Treasure bookstore and explore our pagan roots. Musical instruments and books and statues celebrating our pagan roots are on sale this month, the merry, merry month of May. If you want to find out more about any of these announcements, be sure to check our weekly newsletter. You can watch the information that flashes on the screens above for upcoming activities, or visit oaklandcsl.org for more information about our beloved community. Also, visit csl.org to see what's happening with our Centers for Spiritual Living global organization, and there's a lot going on there too. Especially, let me just mention that this coming Thursday at 4 p.m., we have a monthly member council forum that I'm a part of. There is information about it on the events tab of our website, so please come join us, it's fun. Let's read together our vision and mission statement. Please stand if you are willing and able. The vision of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living is to joyfully reveal the love and oneness of God. We are a welcoming and inclusive spiritual community dedicated to individual transformation and collective growth. Our purpose is to love, inspire, and serve our community and the world through education, music, prayer, and play. Have a great week. Enjoy your holiday weekend.
Good morning. My name is Megan Lemon, and I'm a practitioner here at Oakland Center, and I will be doing the readings and our opening prayer today. So if you'd like to just settle into your chair and get comfortable, and allow the words to relax you and take them in. Our first reading is by Ernest Holmes. We may meet difficulties, uncertainties, and doubts, barriers walling our passage, but we must not be discouraged when so confronted. We must climb over the rocks of unbelief, pass around the barriers of doubt, and plunge into the stream with faith. Our second reading is by Brene Brown, The Gifts of Imperfection. What silences our intuitive voice is our need for certainty. We look for assurances from others. Learn to trust our intuition. Intuition is not a single way of knowing. It's our ability to hold space for uncertainty and our willingness to trust the many ways we've developed knowledge and insight, including instinct, experience, faith, and reason. So just go ahead and relax into your chair and take a deep, deep breath in, knowing and connecting with that place that we call God, knowing that divine presence is everywhere present. It is my life, it is your life, it is our collective experience, as well as every single thing on this planet. And so I just recognize and know that we are all a part of this perfect power and presence. And as we come here together as divine community, we bless each and every one of us. We bless our musicians, our speaker, our beloved Reverend Sunshine, as she delivers the message today. We open our hearts and our minds so that we may hear what we need to hear, so that we may experience what is for us, to experience and express that love of the one life in all that we do and in everyone we meet. I know that this day unfolds in perfect order, for God is always in charge. And so I just bless it. I let it be. I know that it is done in the mind of the one, and everything is done with that glory of God. And I just affirm this without a shadow of a doubt by stating, and so it is. Amen.
Good morning. Before we sing our next song, the next couple of songs are in to our own beloved music mentor, voice coach, pianist, director, arranger, and so much more, Dr. Jacqueline Butler Hairston, who made her transition last month. There will be a public memorial, which is in the planning stages right now, next month, and I'm sure all of the local CSL churches will be made aware. But we wanted to do a tribute today and sing a couple of the spirituals that she arranged. Jackie's accolades and accomplishments are far too many to mention here. But if you Google her, you will find the full account of her illustrious music career. I will, however, mention her Bay Area effect. She headed the music department at Merritt College for several years, where she formed the award-winning choir, the New Traveling Voices. Some of the successful vocal careers from that choir include Terrence Kelly, the artistic director of Oakland Interfaith Gospel Choir, the late Dwayne Wiggins, a member of the soul group Tony, and members of the Grammy Award-winning female group In Vogue. Harrison frequently worked with her cousin, the late acclaimed composer, conductor, actor, Dr. Jester Hairston, who was the oldest living preservationist of the Negro spiritual at the time of his death at 89 years old. And as an aside, I'd like to mention that when I was going to elementary school in Los Angeles, he came to my school and he taught the children how to sing the spiritual that he composed, Amen. She was a guest conductor for many choirs and orchestral music ensembles, and she took our choir at East Bay Church, members of the choir here at OCSL, and many other singers from other churches locally and across the country to Carnegie Hall, where we performed her spiritual arrangements on that hallowed stage. For her, mentoring and many others, we learned the connection of music to the chakras. She was always telling us about the throat chakra. And also, I learned from her that singing is like praying twice. In addition to her immense talent, she was kind, generous, and had a heart of gold. And she will be sorely missed. This first song is called Guide My Feet, which she arranged specifically for the a cappella group Dominion Ensemble, which included all of us here back in the early 2000s. And the next song will be Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Around, which is very appropriate for the times we're living in right now.
Guide my feet, Lord, while I run this race. Guide my feet, Lord, while I run this race. Guide my feet, Lord, while I run this race. 'Cause I don't want to run this race in vain.
Hold my hand while I run this race. Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this race. Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this race. 'Cause I don't want to run this race in vain. Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this race. Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this race. Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this race. 'Cause I don't want to run this race in vain. Oh Lord, hold my hand.
Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this race. Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this race. Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this. Don't want to run this race in vain.
Oh Lord, hold my hand.
Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this race. Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this race. Oh Lord, hold my hand while I run this. Don't want to run this race in vain.
Oh Lord, stand by me.
Oh Lord, stand by me while I run this race. Oh Lord, stand by me while I run this race. Oh Lord, stand by me while I run this. Don't want to run this race in vain.
Guide my feet, Lord, while I run this race. Guide my feet, Lord, while I run this race. Guide my feet, Lord, while I run this race. 'Cause I don't I hear y'all testifying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That deserves that. Well, thank you for that lovely introduction of Dr. Jackie, Deborah, and for the Sounds of Joy, for bringing her arrangements. That just warms my heart. It's going to be that kind of day, huh? I see my Congolese sisters in the house. Reverend Verona's in the house. Constance is in the house. Lucy's here. Like, what? All y'all here? What's up? Sanford's here. I mean, what's going on? I'm here, you here. Yay. Let's give ourselves a hand. You're in the right place, and so am I. Grand Rising, happy Memorial's Day. I'm so glad to be here with you. I'm Reverend Dr. Sunshine Michelle Coleman, I'm so proud to be your spiritual director here at the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, and I use she and they pronouns, and I'm excited today. Just, when you just let God do its thing. Reverend Catherine's back, welcome. It just, Kiki's here. I just keep seeing people in the audience. Oh my goodness. When you just step back and let God do its thing, it just does it. That's the message for the day, even though that's not the talk. But that's the message. So on that, let's take a community breath. That's the best place to start for us to breathe together as beloved community. So right where you are, just exhale your breath. Let it all go. We're going to take 3 deep, intentional breaths, breathing in deeply and letting it out with a sigh. Good release. Let's do that again, breathing it in, filling your lungs with intention and letting it out with a sigh. Take your time on this one. Fill your lungs more than you did before. Let it be with intention and love. Hold it at the top. And let a bigger sigh come out. Here's the good part. Now just allow that breath to come in and out with intention. Let's not take it for granted. That breath of life is all sustaining. We couldn't do anything without it. And when we do it together and magnify the glory of God through the breath, we're in the right place together. We can do anything. So we let that be, and we hear the word together. And with that, it's become my practice to take a pause for a moment with us in beloved community for something. Before we do that, I want to say I was on a Black clergy call the other day. And oh, what a powerful moment it was. We're a part of the New Thought movement, even though we're not new. But to be a part of a movement, that's what we're going to pause for today, for a movement. And the Black clergy that were on the line, who have held and sustained the Black community for so long on so many occasions, were hosting one of the gubernatorial candidates. And I was so proud and honored to be peeping in. That's a regular occasion for Black clergy to come together for the good of their community. It's not necessarily new or that it's not new to us, but in a different way. Hear what I'm saying. They pressed that candidate hard. They said, you're a friend in a lot of ways, but what are you doing about this, and this in the Black community? And why and how shall we trust you? Because we let you in our spaces in other times, and then you turn your backs on us. So what I'm saying, because I've not been on many of these calls, that I was on this call, And I was talking about movements last week, and I realized this movement and the movements of so many other groups along causes are what enacts change. So knowing that I was going to invite us to take this pause together today, I want you to bring to mind a movement that you're passionate and familiar with. Or maybe you're not, and just admire or are going to learn something about the movements that are out there. And together, let's bless the movements in holding a moment of silence. Thank you. Blessed be. There are so many causes, so many things for us to hold space for. Why not do it together? And on the heels of that, I want us to let our community know that we love and appreciate each other. And the way we can do that is to mill around and go greet a few people. Give them or send them some love. Hug them if they're willing, and if not, just stand and look in their eyes with your hands over your heart. Because someone in here, all of us, I'd say, need some love today. If you can't move around, you're not mobile, keep your seat, and y'all moving around, make sure you greet the people who are keeping their seat. Please do. And live streamers, hold us in this mingling, if you will. If you'd take your seats, that'd be great. There's still time for you to join the Enneagram workshop, as Robert mentioned, so I want you to come, and thank you in advance for that. Next weekend is going to be a big one for us, and so we're looking forward to that. And I sent out an email. I know not all of you read the emails, but I sent out an email to our community to let you know that the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living Board of Trustees has voted to proceed with pursuing a one-year lease agreement with the Piedmont Play School. And we are finalizing that. And so we are going to have some little ones on campus with us in a day program that will start this summer. We decided we're going to try it out and see if it works, and we feel it will be advantageous for both sides of the house. And I hear there's been a lot of conversation about it for years, and we're going to try it. How's that? So we're going to be prepping the nursery, and yeah, you can give it some love. And there's, probably some questions and some stuff that's not quite worked out. And look, we're going to try it anyway. And we're going to see if we can, if how that works out. We're going to be prepping the nursery and the education building for a July 1st, having them come prep their space for what I'm calling a state-of-the-art preschool that our little people will be able to utilize. So I'm looking forward to that, and more information is to come. So, we'll keep you apprised of what's going on. And last but not least, before we get into our readers, we have a Bless Our Hearts campaign going on, and thank you for all of you who have been saying, bless your heart, Rev, and I bless it right back at you as I prepare to go on leave of absence. Starting almost in a week from tomorrow, you'll be in good hands, the 2 months that I'm gone. And so I want those of you who are not already doing that to join us. This is an opportunity for Beloved Community Prayer Chain Link, is what Spirit is having me call it, where you can bless my heart and then bless your own heart, and then bless the hearts of your family and your community and our country, because we need it bad. And then bless our world, and most importantly, bless Mother Earth's heart. We need to care for our earth and lift her up, so thank you for all the prayers in advance. All right, this year we've been studying forgiveness and self-love from 2 daily readers. That's been going well as far as I'm concerned. What do you think? Has it been going well for you? Yeah? How many of you are studying from the book? Tell the truth. Okay, more of you. I think Linda has our bookstores right over there. After service, you're welcome to get our 2 readers that are showing up here. And our practice is to declare together a snippet of the day's reading. Are you willing to do that with me? Okay. Are you willing to do that with me? Okay, I like exuberance. And I'm not asking you to fake it till you make it. I want you to do it even if you don't feel it. And when you do it like that, then you'll feel it. That's what I'm talking about. Keep it real, right? Okay, let's start with the first one. Today, I sense that a part of me is immortal and is somehow connected with life eternal. I see my higher life as eternal and changeless. Let's continue. We drop down from our minds and into our hearts. Instead of thinking our way through, we must feel our way through and trust the wisdom in our hearts. And so it is. I beat you, Larry. And I still want to try to get at least one of these authors by the end of the year here with us. And they're not in the Science of Mind philosophy, but you wouldn't know it by those readings, would you? Isn't that what we practice? The eternal life and dropping into your hearts from your mind. It takes all of us, and said in different ways. Okay, now as we get into the talk, our theme for this year is we are open at the top. You see that, Rev V? Did you see how? Okay, now you get to do it. All right. We are open at the top. Once more, we are open at the top. And the reason I have you come from down here is that, who was talking about chakras? That root chakra, right? That deep down place where we come from and dredge up every ounce of openness and willingness to the universe that we can muster. Because we're making a statement and a declaration, and anything that does not serve can't stay in there when you're being open at the top. Because we're trying to have the, not trying, I'm correcting myself. I don't try to do anything because I'm doing it, right? Okay, so we are working on, I am at least, allowing anything that does not serve, that's buried in that unconscious, to come up. It festers when it's down there. When you're open at the top, anything that doesn't serve must come up and invisible so that you can bless it, you can heal it, you can work on it, you can release it. That's my thinking. This month in May, our theme is divine doubt. Today, we're talking about communal uncertainty. Communal uncertainty. And the qualities that I'm focusing on: willingness, openness, deep listening, surrender, and courage. You up for any of that? Yes. Okay, well, I hope to have a bigger exclamation at the end. Divine doubt is not necessarily bad. We're trained that doubt is not a good thing, and it is. It can be. Depends on how you're allowing it to entertain you. Divine discontent can be your friend. Doubt can be your friend. That's what I've been talking about this month, from that intuitive and that instinctual place. Well, as I allowed Spirit to inform me about communal uncertainty, because uncertainty is a level of doubt, right? Uncertainty is a space of the unknown, a space of the unknown. And I believe that scares humans to death. That space of not knowing. I believe that's why people are afraid of death itself, because they don't know. None of us know for sure what happens. And what we don't know, we fear, and what we fear, we want to control. So that's how people start making stuff up and dominating things so that they can control the narrative, if you let them. So this space of uncertainty, I'd like to take the mysticism out of it. Well, actually, on my way here, Spirit was working with me about the paradox of uncertainty. Well, why is there paradox? Because I believe that there is certainty in uncertainty. I believe that there's a space of knowing. I call it the knower within knows. If we allow it to know through us, even if we don't know, if we come from a surrendered place, then it will guide us. But that means we have to let go of thinking that we know where we're going or what we're doing. And if Spirit says turn left, our role is not to say, no, not today. Sometimes we have to work on that, don't we? I don't know about you, but I do, because it's like, no, I'm going right, because I usually go right, and that's the quickest way home, and that's where I'm going to get where I need to go. How are you going to manifest the goodness and the greatness of God if you're taking over and you think you know more than God? That's what that boils down to. So learn to stand in a space of uncertainty. Now, how does that look in community? Communal. I love that word, communal. And it took me to 10 years ago when I became familiar with an intentional farming community right here in the heart of Oakland called Communal Farms. And I became intimately familiar with this beloved place. You can Google it and look it up, and I know there's other intentional communities that exist. And they say, I looked it up today, and I witnessed this, and I know this about them, that we are singing into the great turning, the planetary shift from an industrial growth society to a life-sustaining society. We are a community living in intergenerational, interracial, interfaith relationship. We dismantle walls in our yards, minds, and hearts. We work for food security, holistic health, and food sovereignty through organic gardening, permaculture, herbal medicine, and stewardship of our urban oasis. We host workshops, retreats, circles, visiting teachers, welcoming people, etc. They practice social justice. They practice what they preach. And you know what it is creating a world that works for everyone. That's what they're doing. They've taken 6 houses on 2 streets, carved out the fences in the backyards to create one communal property where they have a huge garden and that they grow food and then they give it away. Where they have formerly incarcerated people that come when they're released, that come and that mentor young people and that are thriving in the world. Bless you. I see you, baby. Thank you for being here. And I became familiar with them at a time when I needed it. This is what is called communal. So if I had my druthers, and I believe I have unlimited resources, when they demonstrate where I would be able to purchase, what I would do is purchase a large property of land that I could create it as communal. What I've learned is that I'd prefer to live by myself or have my own dwelling, so it's not me living in a house with a whole bunch of people like at the farm. I've learned that, that's okay. But I'd like to have my own property living on a compound with others that we can take care of each other. If I go make a big pot of beans, usually, and I do that, I learned from my mother, the oldest of 12, and I'm an only child, but I make a whole lot because you're not gonna leave my house hungry. Right? So if I make a big pot of beans, I'm just gonna wanna take some to Deb. Or freeze some and take some, give some to somebody else. This is how we take care of people. And I'm feeling a grandmother energy these days. You know, you can't control when you're a grandmother, right? Or maybe I can. Well, anyway, I don't have any natural born grandchildren yet. Let me put it like that. But I'm somebody's Nona. I'm feeling like I am. So I could be somebody's Nona on this property, because we could have several houses and different things of people that we could take care of each other. You get what I'm saying? Communal. This communal space. Communal uncertainty caused me to think of restorative justice within communities. That comes from native culture of there being a wrong, and rather the system penalizes the perpetrator, that you come together in community around a facilitated restorative practice in circle, which I so adore, and there is healing that happens in community. In community. That's how you can right the wrongs, rather than locking somebody up for some little incidental thing that they did. Uncertainty and the unknown is what we're talking about. There was a quote I ran into by Wayne Teasdale from The Mystic Heart, which is the book that Rev. Ali and Robin are using in the mystical path. Anybody in that class? That class is going on now. We have several hands that raised. Yep, several. Oh, I'm loving it. This comes from that. If you could get rid of yourself just once, the secret of secrets would open up to you. The face of the unknown, hidden beyond the universe, would appear on the mirror of your perception. What it's talking about is having us step out of the way so that spirit can take over. One of the places of communal uncertainty that I thought of is intergenerational and ancestral trauma. What does that mean? Our ancestors, y'all know that, the people that came before us, many of us came from lineage where there was a lot of trauma. Most of us probably did. Guess what? That trauma gets passed down. So sometimes we're living the trauma of our forefathers and mothers. And so, any of you heard of Resmaa Menakem, My Grandmother's Hands? You heard of that book? No? Let me see. Okay. I was going to say, y'all have an assignment. You go get that book, okay? It's a popular book. It's a really popular book. He's a psychologist and has a lot of book studies out there and podcasts and different things, and has some great tips and tools on how to deal with intergenerational trauma, especially racialized trauma. Here's another quote that I'm going to give you from him. We're talking about communal uncertainty, this place of the unknown that can be fertile if we just work the process. Resmaa says, all of this suggests that one of the best things each of us can do, not only for ourselves, but also for our children and our grandchildren, is to metabolize our pain and heal our trauma. When we heal and make more room for growth in our nervous system, listen, we have a better chance of spreading our emotional health to our descendants via healthy DNA expression. In contrast, when we don't address our trauma, we may pass it on to future generations along with some of the fear, constriction, and dirty pain. We can heal together, and we need to heal together, is what I'm saying. Some of this is pretty deep, but you know, life is deep. We got to go deep sometimes. We just have to go there. We have to go there. What you don't know can't hurt you is the way some people put the blinders on and say, if I don't know that, I'm going to hide. You know, if I don't know that, it can't hurt me. Well, I don't know. You might need to open the door to see it, to experience it. That's what we believe in our philosophy, right? To put your spiritual practices on it so that you can heal some of the stuff that's in there. When we're trying to conquer this fear that we may have, it's stepping into the unknown. And at some point, you just have to do the Nike dance. You just do it. I can't tell you how to do it, but I have jumped off many a cliff not knowing what was there because I was able to lead with my faith and not with my fear. You have to hold your own self accountable to that. And I believe that we all have higher selves. Now I'm going to get cosmic on you, okay? Y'all know that I'm a cosmic baby. We have higher selves, I believe, that agreed to us coming on this earth plane expression. Now, I see some people saying, nodding their heads and saying, right? So if we call on our ancestors and our higher selves to help us to do that which on this earth plane is ours to do, to find the faith, to find the holy boldness, as my grandma would say, and we open up to it, we'll have it, regardless of what's on the other side. Ernest Holmes, our founder, says, a new light is coming into the world. We are on the borderland of a new experience. The veil between spirit and matter is very thin. The invisible passes into visibility through our faith in it. That's what we practice, isn't it? Isn't that why some of y'all are in that mystical path class? Because there's something bigger and better, and you know it. How do I use it? How do I allow it to use me? We're in a moment of communal uncertainty together right now, right this minute. We're in a moment of the unknown, not knowing what's going to happen in the world, yet moving forward and trying to hold it together for each other. We're in this moment of doubt and of wonder, of curiosity, if we allow ourselves to be, of optimism for some and of pessimism. Catch yourself. Pay attention to where you are. Optimism or pessimism. What side do you rest on? There's a group, anybody have jukebox in their mind? Do y'all have jukeboxes where songs just come up out of the clear blue? Somebody will say something, and then all of a sudden, there's a song come, and our technology is such that you can just go find it right quick on YouTube, right? Then you're grooving on the song. Well, when I was thinking about this, what I just said to you about the optimism or pessimism, this song just kept rolling through my mind about be optimistic, sounds of blackness. And here's what they sang in multiple voices, like these beloveds over here. And here's the lyrics of the bridge. You can win as long as you keep your head to the sky. Be optimistic. I know somebody out there knows the song because they were grooving to it and even saying the words before I did. Be optimistic. Catch yourself. Flip it so that you can be optimistic. What does that say? May we lean into uncertainty together with curiosity, open to hear new ideas. What is that? That's the affirmation? Oh, you can take that down for now. But thank you. I'm almost done. They rushing me off? It's okay. One last thing I want to tell you, though. I just finished teaching a class for Centers for Spiritual Living in the School of Spiritual Leadership, the Diversity in Ministry class, which our beloved Reverend Dr. Francione helped to develop and to make as a requirement now. When I was in ministerial school, it wasn't even offered, and now it's a requirement, and right, it should be. And so I was delivering this lecturette. Spirit gave it to me. I like acronyms. Y'all not surprised about that. I have acronyms for everything, and so does my beloved. Okay, so here was what my lecturette was called, and this came to me after the slides, so I couldn't get it up there for you, but here was what I was lecturing on. Belonging does not equal GROE, grow. Belonging does not equal gentrification, and then I've added gerrymandering. Belonging does not equal redlining, othering, and exclusion, grow. Not GROW like we know, but it doesn't equal that. So I was talking about this need we have of this, as humans, a basic need to belong. We all want to belong. We all want to fit in. And so I did the lecturette, and I put the students into small groups for discussion. We came back into the larger group. And one of the students and I were bantering back and forth, a lot of great discussion. Their final papers were due just yesterday, actually. And what he said in his email to me was, he quoted me. I don't even remember saying this, but, I get on a roll, and then I say stuff, and I'm glad it serves. It was pretty good, actually, if I may say so myself. But I'm going to read it to you because it's important. Here's the quote that he quoted me on. The culture of belonging is a consciousness we all engage in and express. The culture of belonging Is there a culture to belonging? You better believe that it is. The culture of belonging is a consciousness we all, I should say, should engage in and express. How are people going to feel like they belong unless we treat it as a part of our culture, unless we treat it as a part of our awareness, as our consciousness that we live from? Remember when I was talking about Canonical Farms? That's a culture of belonging. Everybody fits in. There's nobody excluded. Nobody. Not by redlining, not by gerrymandering, not by gentrification, which pushes people out, not by othering. How can you say it's their problem, but I'm going to help? That's why I don't exactly like the word ally, but, until I find a better one, oh well. What it implies when you're an ally is an us and them. It says it's their problem, but I'm going to help. No, it's our problem. Doesn't matter if it was a part of your culture you were raised in. We all need to be a part of the solution to the problems that are plaguing our communities. There are problems. It doesn't matter what your ethnic or racial culture is, your sexual orientation, your age, or anything. It's our problem. And in a time when so many people feel like they don't belong, how can we address that and heal it? How can we allow communal uncertainty and the unknown to help us build a place where we all fit in and we all feel like we belong? That's the question. So before we take this to prayer, as is our practice, one last quote from American Tibetan Buddhist and philosopher Pema Chodron. From When Things Fall Apart, she says this: "The spiritual journey involves going beyond hope and fear, stepping into unknown territory, continually moving forward. Just keep moving. Just do it. It's the Nike dance. If you forget anything else, just remember, I'm on the Nike dance. I'm just going to do it. Yeah? Okay. Practitioners and ministers, please surround the congregation as we prepare to pray and as Peggy Cotton brings up our prayer box. Those prayer warriors online, please feel free to join us in the stand, and those who are seated, I invite you to stand in your heart. Stand into the knowingness of the truth that is exclaimed and proclaimed right here and right now. As I touch and agree with Peggy and with all the prayer warriors standing around this room and sitting in the seat, standing at the seat, that God is good all the time, no matter what you call it, whether it's he, she, they, us, them, it's all God. It's the we. It's the truth. It's love. It's power. It's joy. It's clarity. It's movement. It's action. It's the breath. It's Mother Earth and all of her beauty. It's that divine knowingness, the knower within that knows all things. It knows of its own greatness, its own creativity, its own creative process. And we call on that power and that presence of the divine to rise forth within us, to help us to know beyond any doubts, to help us to resurrect our faith to the greatest potential and allow it to grow. Let us water it. And so I declare that we are each a part of this divine essence that I am honoring right now, and that it lives and breathes and has its being within us in every nook and cranny, in all of our circumstances, in every way. In every prayer request that is in this box that Peggy holds, is the power and the presence of God manifesting fully and completely right here and right now. And so I declare and proclaim on this prayer list that I speak the names on behalf of that, and you will get an opportunity, those in earshot, including those who hear the recording later, to speak out loud the prayers on your heart. But first, I bless Thomas Taylor with health, healing, wholeness, faith, courage, well-being, and all the goodness that he can muster. I am knowing clarity, comfort, divine right action, harmony, love, and peace for Thomas Taylor's wife and family, for all the countries, the counties, the provinces, the neighborhoods, the waterways on this planet, the galaxies and the universes, the multiverses. It extends beyond and the beyond and the beyond because God is eternally present. I bless all of those spaces and know that this word vibrates out, touching and agreeing and boomerangs back to us. I surround our practitioner emerita, Carmen West Jefferson, and her family in the passing of her mother, Carolyn Fletcher, surrounding Carmen and her brother with peace and comfort, surrounding practitioner emerita at Heart and Soul Center of Light, Suzette Celeste, in the loss of her mother, knowing that they are now ancestors on the other side. She lived to be almost 103, just like Miss Rita, Peggy's mom. And so I give thanks for their time here on this earth plane and all that they gave, knowing that they are on the other side and able to do what they do in that space. And so, beloveds, now is that time where you get to co-create this prayer by speaking your name aloud into this prayer energetic, that speak your name and the names of anyone for whom you are praying, so that they can be and we can be blessed up right now. And as these names continue to come, my Congolese sisters are on my spirit, and the tribulations happening over there in the Congo, and I just lift them up right now. I bless them in any other country that's having a specific challenge. There is nothing too large or too small for God to handle, and so we sweep it all up into one big loving kiss, and we toss it up into the divine ethers, knowing that love and law receive it, bless it, twirl it around, and bounce it back to us as blessings overflowing. Let us receive the blessing. Let us be in that state of gratitude and blessing and receivership, and in the giving circulation where we toss it back up and give it all back, so that we are in the divine flow of life. We let this word rest, and we let it rest well, knowing all is well right now. We let it be. Together we can proclaim and declare and exclaim, what? And so it is. What else? Ashe, amen. Aho, namaste, and so it is. Thank you, practitioners, ministers. And now you get your beautiful Reverend Jerry back. Uh-oh.
No, you're not. Good morning, beloved community. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Rev Deb Hammond. So don't go anywhere. Come back up here. Reverend, excuse me. I know I'll hear about this later, but in the meantime, you know, when Spirit gives you something, you just kind of go with it. And so what I'm going with is this place of, you all know she's made the announcement that she'll be out for a few months for her surgery. and she's asked for prayers and just to hold her in that space. So what Spirit gave me was, out on the table out there are little postcards here, and there are envelopes. So what I'm inviting you all to do is to write a prayer, write kind words, and then there's a bag that's there, and you can drop them in the bag. You can sign them, but drop them in the bag. So then while she's out, all she'll need to do is pick up one of these cards out of the bag and to be able to read them, to be able to hold her in her heart, to know that the community is there with her. So thank you. Reverend Jerry, it's all yours.
And I am here next week, but we have Reverend Z and Reverend Melissa. I'll be the host for them, and then I'm out.
Well, good morning. I am Reverend Jerry. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm happy to be here. And why am I here? It's Conscious Giving, yay! And we are open at the top. Yes, this is our Conscious Giving theme for the year. The theme was provided to us by our Centers for Spiritual Living, and they're quite remarkable. And I thought you might want to know a little bit about what this theme means from our Dr. Ernest Holmes. So this is a message regarding our global theme. Ernest Holmes constantly reminds us that science of mind must remain a living teaching, shorn of dogmatism, freed from superstition, open at the top for greater illumination, unbound and unlimited, yet grounded in timeless spiritual principles. He cautions us against closing our minds through certainty, and instead urges us to stop, look, and listen. And ask ourselves, does this that I believe measure up to truth? For Holmes, being open at the top means cultivating curiosity, embracing doubt as part of our path, and trusting that new wisdom and greater illumination are always available to us if we are open to it. It is a call to live in a creative what if, to stretch beyond what is comfortable, and to embody a spirituality that grows, questions, and evolves with us and the world. As a spiritual movement, being open at the top means embodying our global vision, a world that works for everyone and all creation. It invites us to live as one global family, honoring the interconnectedness of all life, embracing diversity, and choosing love and connection over righteousness. It calls us to personal responsibility and social conscience, to sustainable and just practice, and to the joyful, creative expression of Spirit through us. To be open at the top in 2026 is to release outdated practices and fear-based thinking, to honor ancestral wisdom while welcoming new visions, and to live from the eternal truth that love is forever creating, forever becoming, and forever expressing through each of us as we remain open at the top. It's very powerful because when many and all of our centers for spiritual living are practicing being open at the top, it ignites a vibrational energy that is amazing, and it supports us individually and our world. So being open at the top during this conscious giving time of our service means that we are open and receptive to as we give, so shall we receive. Yes? So there are many ways to give, as you know. We have a donate button on our website, oaklandcsl.org. In that donate button, there are so many easy ways to give, whether you're sitting here in your seats or you're on live stream. We have Zelle to give, text to give. You can drop something in the mail. It's exciting, though, today because we get to walk up to our giving baskets and bless them and place our gifts in them. I also want to plug our pledge campaign this year, open at the top. All those stars on the poster show everyone who's been pledging. It's mid-year. There's still time to pledge. It does help our community. As you give through this type of method, you're able to support the community, the budget, and everything that we have going on here that is so beautiful. So I encourage you to still consider a pledge. If you're a pledger, you're going to see those of us holding these cards up to our heart, blessing our gift. I encourage you to hold your gift to your heart. Hold your hand to your heart, because you are the gift as well. And join me. Our most important legacy will be the contributions with the lives of other human beings. Thank you, and so it is. When the music begins, please come up to our baskets.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let injustice turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let injustice turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, and march right up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let racism turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let racism turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, and march right up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let no hatred turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let no hatred turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, and march right up to freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep keep on a-talking, marching up to freedom land.
All right, one more hand for everyone who participated in our service, especially our musicians today. We just want to say thank you to everyone who participated, including our practitioners, our AV team, and of course, Reverend Sunshine. If you happen to be visiting us for the first time and did not receive a packet yet, please do so on your way out. There are some at the table. Also for prayers, our practitioners are here to pray with you. If you would like a prayer today, you can go to the back of the room and join us for a 2 to 3 minute prayer. If you would like to put a prayer in the prayer box, it is also in the back of the room, which we will pray on for 2 weeks. If you would like more time with a practitioner, there are cards in the foyer for spiritual coaching. So if you can and are able, please stand and we'll do our closing affirmation together. May we lean into uncertainty together with curiosity, open to hear new ideas and actions to take as a beloved community for the good of the whole. And so it is.
May the light of the Spirit shine on me. May the light of the Spirit shine on you as God's grace and love makes this a brighter world. May the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on me. May the light of the Spirit shine on you as God's grace and love makes this a brighter world. May the light of the Spirit shine on. 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 May the light of the Spirit shine on. May the light of the Spirit shine on me. And may the light of the Spirit shine on you as God's grace and love makes this a brighter world. May the light of the Spirit shine on. Shine on. Shine on. Shine on. Shine on. Shine on. Yeah.